Hello, my name is Sekit, and welcome to part 2 of our spotlight for Forestry for Minecraft 1.16. First thing I want to do today is start showing everybody the trees and what's currently possible with those in 1.16. Now we have a couple of things to note here. I would expect that this mod is still in development. It wasn't released for modern versions very long ago, so it still mostly just has the old stuff. Looks really good. But like for instance, we got here for our first tree the balsa, very nice blocks, but we have and what the one indicates is how many is how you, oh, for crying out loud. Let's get ourselves some clear weather here. I was gonna put one of the saplings in a flower pot, but just like old times, the saplings won't go in flower pots. Also, we don't have trapdoors, buttons, signs, pressure plates, some of the things that we would expect to have from a wood type in modern Minecraft. But the fact that it's back is very exciting, gives me hope that we'll get those features. Also, what we have looks really, really good. But here's the balsa. Anyway, very nice. You get these trees again with butterflies, and I don't know if we're gonna get any to spawn in here. You can also get them, of course, with bees. I've just got bats because I let it get too dark. But we'll keep an eye open for butterflies, see if they spawn. I'm not sure the butterflies work yet. Here we got the bloomeranti. Again, it's just one sapling to get this, and here are the blocks. I will say the doors are really good. You'll see as we go along. Bullpine, nice warm wood. Oh, another thing we don't have. This is still wood. It's not a pine log, so we don't have stripped, and we don't have the log variants. Again, hoping, hoping, hoping. Door is great. The coastal sequoia is a big boy, but as you can see, it's not the biggest boy. These you plant 3x3. We've got Cocobolo, which is nice, dark, like got some blacks in there, and it looks really good. Now here we have the common walnut. This one you plant 2x2. And the walnuts and the other fruits that we'll see. There's one right there. I think that's a date. Let's grab ourselves a walnut. There we are. There we are. Can I eat it? Yes, I can. You didn't used to be able to do that. Okay, so you can eat the fruit. That's good. Let's see. You won't work in there, will it? Let's see what we can see, if we can use it. Okay, yeah, we can build genetic filters out of it. That's fine. But the main use for these is in the squeezer. These are how you get seed oil. The same is true, and isn't this nice? The same is true for the date palms. Now, these grow a little differently. They grow like, let's go into survival and break one. I don't want to just destroy the block. They work like cocoa beans, typically. Let's try an axe, huh? Probably should have tested some of this. Uh, who knows what I was expecting. We'll go back to normal. Doing a wonderful job. And let's see if these are actually breakable. Yeah, I got nothing from that. So maybe that's a current issue. But here's the wood. It's kind of like acacia, but a little lighter. Love the nautical themed door. Speaking of acacia, here's the acacia from before vanilla acacia, the good old desert acacia. Looks like they've updated how it grows, at least from what I'm used to back in the 1.6 and 1.7 days. Nice green wood. Now, the giant sequoia, this was the one we were standing on top of. The wood looks fantastic. The door is choice. These you plant 4x4. Now, it's not only the biggest tree with the most wood currently available, you also have to get this in a special way. You can find giant sequoia pollen, and you can collect the pollen with your alvearies. We looked at that pollen seed the last time. You can get the pollen from villagers, and then you can use the pollen, well, as a fuel in this. This isn't quite caught up with JI yet, but you could use the pollen probably on the coastal. You're kidding me. It's always something. What was I saying? You can get the pollen from villagers that you train up. But we'll take a look at the villagers in a little bit. You can actually get a lot of pollen from villagers. We've got the Grandidier's baobab. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a really cool looking tree. Again, great wood. We got the hill cherry, which will give you cherries and all this great stuff. We've got the ipe, the ipe. I have no idea. Very nice dark brown wood. Love it. Now the kapok is really big for one that you only plant one sapling. We've got lemons here. You can't really pick them. There is a way to obtain them, and we'll get into that. Here's a mundane larch. I'm surprised. You know what I didn't see was a silver lime. I didn't see a silver lime. Silver lime used to be one of the basic trees you'd breed right along with a mundane larch. But we still got this and a beautiful pink wood. Now the myrtle ebony, you get ebony wood from it. The door again, like wonderful. But that's what happened when I bone mealed 3x3 saplings. Let's pick up another one. So if we were to plant these 3x3, we'll do it just like I did the last time. Yeah, you don't necessarily get wood everywhere you would expect, but the mahogany itself is so beautiful that it's really worth the effort. We have Padock? I have no idea. Fantastic door. Papayas. I believe these work the same as the other fruit that we failed to harvest. We got plums with a nice kind of soft magenta wood. The savory produces green heart wood. That's a little counterintuitive. I should have mentioned the lemon. You get, we haven't gotten to the lemon yet, so I'll mention it when we get to the lemon. We have here a sugar maple, where you get some nice maple wood. Sweet chestnut, again, chestnuts. You can harvest these and the other ones if they're mature and the leaves break. You get them at a high rate. We've got teak, a very small teak from what I remember, but nice light gray. We got a wenge, which is a much darker gray. White willow. Have we seen the lemon? Yellow Moranti, which you get mahogany from. Did I say mahogany over here? I think I did. I meant, what did I mean? Something. Like, get back over here. What was I talking about? Ebony. That's right. The yellow Moranti the myrtle ebony gives you. Don't listen to me, really. That's why I write it all down and have the one probe installed. But we got our mahogany here from yellow Moranti. And last but certainly not least, we've got zebra wood. So they're the trees that are currently available. Now, the mod author, Binny, I believe, if I'm getting this right, has another set of mods called Binny's mods, which don't appear to be available. Cows over here? They don't appear to be available for 1.16, at least not quite yet. But if and when they become available, and if they stay as a separate mod, it will give us a lot more tree options. Not that, this is by any means small change. Like, look at how far that stretches off. It's wonderful. So the next thing I want to take a look at are the farms. Here we have a managed farm. We're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need to fill this with water, and you can do that with tanks and pipes. You can do that with just, throw a bucket of water in there. It will consume it, so if you want this to be completely hands-free, you don't want a way to pump water in here. I've also got a handful of fertilizer, and you typically make this stuff out of ash, which you can get from forestry by cooking down peat, also from certain kinds of bees. That'll give you some fertilizer. Or just regular Minecraft sand and some apatite. Apatite is one of the ores we talked about last time. It kind of shows up in the world. So we'll click it in there. It also needs dirt, and it's going to need some saplings. And finally, it's going to need some power. So we've got a creative energy cell here from Pawa, and we're just going to let this thing do its thing. It's going to put a bunch of humus down. It's basically using the water and the dirt to do that. We may want some more dirt. Let's get a couple of stacks here. You use a lot of the resources when you're setting this up. Oh, it's sending dirt right out, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just using water. I've never actually seen these managed farms before. Well, let's see how it goes. All right, it looks like it's just building kind of a square here, right? And it's starting to put saplings down. That's the saplings that we gave it. Okay, it stopped moving dirt around. That's interesting. And now, if one of the saplings were to grow, let's make that happen. Sooner or later, this thing should chop it down. Sure enough, it'll pick up the wood, it'll pick up saplings that drop, it'll put it in its output slot, and you can take it out of there manually, you can pump out, you could do all kinds of things. Now the manual farm's a little bit different. We're still going to give it some fertilizer. At least I believe it's different. Let's get some saplings, right? We'll get a bunch of oak, and we'll get a bunch of birch for a change. Let's see what happens when we throw saplings in here. I think the answer is going to be nothing. But if we look here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go up by 5. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if we plant a sapling here and it grows, the manual farm will chop it down and will put the resources that you get from it into its output slot. So I guess if you want one of these to run sometimes but not all the time, like just when you plant saplings, the manual farms might be the way to go. Now there's a large variety of these. We've got some that do gourds, like like pumpkins and stuff. We've got infernal that does stuff like netherwort, mushroom, like you might expect. The ender farm, I don't actually even know what it does. And then we have just a farm. Now our multi-block farm here, we don't need separate blocks to do separate resources. This thing can do it all. And the way you make it is you take a whole bunch of farm blocks, right? In fact, we'll just get rid of all the rain in here. So let's get rid of the rain. We got weather, rain, or clear, what I want. So, if we were to look up farm block, you see there's all different types. And we took a look at the stone real briefly. We'll just take a look at whatever this one is. And we'll go up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Okay, now you can look in your forestry manual and see all the different sizes of these that you can make, and they can get quite significant. These black squares in the middle tell you what the sort of shape of the tops of these things should be. So this one is 3 by 5, like you see, and the last number is how high it goes up. So this would go up 4 high. In fact, I think they all go up 4 high. But we're going to do the little small one, 3 by 3 by 4. So what we'll do is we'll just put 4 layers of 3 by 3 on here. Quartz pillars, huh? I don't know if you can mix and match the materials. I feel like you didn't used to be able to do that. And that's probably still true. You could probably find out in the manual. Now, just the blocks alone aren't gonna do it. We'll want a farm control and a gearbox, I believe, minimum. We'll put a control in, and then we'll put a gearbox in, and now you see the multi-block assembled. You got that nice black stripe going across there. And we now have a GUI we can access. Right now it'll only grow trees, but we'll look at how to deal with that. We're gonna fill it up with water, although what we'd really want is, wow, am I gonna be able to do this? Perhaps not. We might need, let me get organized here. This is ridiculous. There we go. We were gonna do a farm valve anyway. This is how you, I know it was how you pump water in and out. It may not care without power. So let's go ahead and give this thing some power. You want to feed power in through the gearbox. Okay, now it'll take a little bit of water. That's good. The other thing you're gonna want to do is be able to get things in and out. Farm hatch is what you want there. You can attach pipes to this thing. You can pump in. You can pump out. You can do all kinds of things. Now, back in the manual here, what this is showing you, this might be bigger than it used to be. Let's go ahead and get, these are all the quartz pillar ones, I believe. So let's get a bunch of quartz pillars. We got here somewhere, right? Oh, I gotta do it up here. You can tell I'm very experienced with creative mode. So, we'll just lay these out, and I don't think it will matter what direction we lay them out in. We'll go a couple out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 8. Very good. This will answer the question. So we're gonna grab, just like last time, we're gonna grab a bunch of dirt, throw it in there. We're gonna give it a bunch of fertilizer and throw that in there. And that should be all it needs to start doing something. Let's put some saplings in. I feel like this dirt's in the wrong spot. Okay, something I had wrong. I had always thought that the blocks you're going to give this thing to place the farmland on had to be out of the same material that you built the farm blocks out of. That's not true. I've always built it out of stone bricks. And I've always used stone bricks. So I never knew that it was stone bricks or smooth sandstone, I think. And I learned that right here. And it still says no farmland. We've got stone bricks now. Now again, I swear this used to let you do this at any height, but maybe this is a change. Let's see if it'll put anything there. Maybe yes, maybe no. Still no farmland. Somebody was using infested stone bricks. Oh, there it goes. Okay, yeah, and it does go all the way out to 7. We'll just fill in the platform here. Yeah, we were using infested bricks. I feel quite the dolt. This thing took up an awful lot of dirt. All right, there we go. And the same idea as the managed farm. We could put saplings in here and it would plant them. But that's not all we can do with this. Well, one other thing we can do is we can make circuit boards for these things and increase their functionality. There's 4 tiers of this thing. We're going to go with the intricate. I can type in here. Now, what you do with these things is you add tubes to them. So we take a soldering iron, right? Or maybe not. Maybe they're not tubes. Let's see if we can figure out what they are. They're tubes, all right. Let's try electron. They're like way down or something? Maybe tin elec? Boy. I wonder if these aren't available yet. Maybe we should try to make some in a thermionic fabricator. Now, we looked at the thermionic fabricator briefly last time. It's it's a crafting mechanic. The interesting thing about it is that you put sand or glass or what have you to fill this inventory up with liquid glass. We've got all these different effects that these things can do. So let's say we wanted to make a cocoa plantation. Okay, so those are diamonds, right? And we'd want a little redstone. Oh, we'll probably want more than that, won't we? We'll take a whole stack here of each. And these recipes, well, at least they used to all kind of rhyme with each other. Put your main ingredient in kind of a reverse T. Put your redstone in, you get your item. Now, if we wanted to, we could right-click our board here. We could go ahead and put annual farm. Oh, okay. There's a couple different things we can put in here. So let's say I wanted to put the diamantine here. We'd have manage cocoa to the north. Leaving it blank, we'll keep it with trees. Gold, also trees. Bronze, though. Bronze will make it a crop farm. Let's get some bronze. Okay, we'll just click this recipe out and put this one right in. And it'll give us our electron tubes. We could pop this, still wants machine upgrades. That's so weird. We'll do a bronze, and then finally, what do these do? What is an ender farm? I don't even know. Let's take apatine electron tubes. I think those will probably use apatite. They sure will. And as you can see, you can continue to mess with these. You can even take them out. Amount of tubes does not match. Okay, so I guess we need another tube for some reason. What's emerald do? Orchards, perfect. Okay, I put the emerald in there and the circuit completed. Now we probably can't mess with it anymore. But let's go ahead and throw it in here. Throw it in here. So now we can see orchard, crops, mushrooms, and cocoa, right? And it will probably be changing some of these things. Okay, yeah. So there's here's our farmland. Let's go ahead and let's get some carrots. Why not? We'll plant carrots. All right. So that'll start that up. Mushrooms, I don't know how that's gonna work. Let's go ahead and get some mushrooms. A whole bunch of red ones. I don't know if it'll just plant on the humus or like or what. I don't even know which side. That must be to the west, right? Let's see what direction we're facing. We're facing east. So let's can I put mushrooms down? Doesn't look like it, does it? Maybe it needs mycelium. Let's see if it can do anything with any mycelium. Can you do anything with mycelium, buddy? Yes, no? What else do we have? We've got cocoa beans. Oh yeah, there it goes. It still won't take the mushrooms, but I can plant them like so. Now, was this thing trying to tell me anything? It's trying to tell me it's out of water. Okay, I just threw a tank for mechanism down there. Keep it full of water. No big whoop. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grow a date palm. We're gonna grow a jungle sapling. Let's get the plum tree a little farther away. Let's get it like right over here, huh? One plum. Here we go. Let's see how this thing does. Now, I won't chop down these trees. What it should do is harvest them when they're ready. I don't know that we can bone meal these. Oh, we can. Okay, so we could get fruit on these. Okay, so we can't really bone meal the lemon yet. Oh, we could bone meal it over here, the only place where we can see the little blocks. So can we bone meal these? Sure enough. I didn't know you could do that. And let's get some cocoa beans over here on our friend the jungle sapling. Look at that. I didn't even know that was a thing. As long as we're down here, we might as well these are from the Pipes mod. They're fantastic. If you've never used them, I highly recommend them. Travel, just a regular chest right down here. That'll be fine, right? So whatever it's done with, it's just going to dump down here. Now what it should do, I think, with the mushrooms is like a full-grown one. Once it realizes it's there, it'll chop it down. Well, it definitely harvested the cocoa beans. So that works. It doesn't seem to care about the dates. And doesn't seem to care about the giant mushroom either. Okay, I guess we'd need a mushroom picker to deal with this. It really likes the cocoa beans. We're not having any trouble there. It's doing the carrots for us. I don't really know what's going on with the fruit. Um, we'll figure that out some other time. Now, that's going to be it for now. Next time, we've looked at some of the machines briefly, but next time we're going to take a look at the machines and the power generation options in detail. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.